A woman walks into a community center in Ecuador, settling into the plastic chairs. She's thinking about all of the problems that she's facing, struggles financially, problems with her family, a cancer diagnosis. She's completely overwhelmed with despair, and maybe you felt like this yourself. But then over the next hour, talking with the other people, she starts to realize she's not alone. And then over the next 8 weeks, she starts to feel something she never thought she'd feel again, a sense of hope. This woman's named Bella, and she's a real woman who went through a VIda Plena program. And her story of healing is replicated hundreds of times over. Depression is one of the largest drivers of disability worldwide, yet remains chronically neglected. Just as a point of comparison, depression and other mental health disorders cause nearly twice the number of years lived disability as, say, malaria. And tragically, deaths by suicide have surpassed those to malaria. The point isn't to compare pain, but the point is to point out the gap between the burden and the response. Because the fact of the matter is that almost 50% of people living in Ecuador will suffer from depression or anxiety in their lifetime. And you would think that philanthropic giving might make up the difference, but in Latin America it doesn't. We only receive 10% of giving worldwide. So what we have here is a vastly neglected problem and a response that is barely scratching the surface. But now let me give you the good news. We have a treatment that works. It doesn't require expensive psychiatrists. It doesn't require massive scaling of clinics. It's recommended by the WHO, and it's backed by decades of RCTs. My name is Joy Bittner, and I'm the founder of VIda Plena, alongside my co-founder Anita Caslin, who is an Ecuadorian clinical psychologist, and we're proud to be the first organization in Latin America implementing group interpersonal therapy. We've been working alongside Columbia University to provide rigorous training and carefully monitoring of every single person who's gone through our doors. And since launching with the Charity Entrepreneurship Program in 2022, we've treated almost 2,000 people, and the results speak for themselves. 84% of people who go through our program will have clinically significant improvements in their depression or anxiety, and 82% of people will have a reduction in their suicidal thoughts. And we're exceptionally excited that we've been able to demonstrate that these results hold 6 months out. So I want to tell you where we're going from here. We started with direct service, implementing through our own team, and now we're moving on to phase 2, scaling through government. Last year, we did a pilot with the city of Quito. It went so well, they asked us to triple the size. This last year, then we also began a partnership with the Prefectura de Imbabura, the provincial government, which we trained 25 of their community outreach workers. And just 2 weeks ago, we were invited by the Vice President's office, who is now in charge of the Ministry of Public Health, to partner alongside of them to help scale and develop a community-based mental health program. Our ambition has always been to scale nationwide, and now we are at a pivotal moment in which we have the opportunity to do so. We're not talking about simple dollar in, dollar out. We're talking about a hockey stick of impact. And so we need your help. We're looking for volunteers who have experience working, scaling government programs, who know how to do quality-based interventions, who know how to do monitoring work. And so if this is something you're excited about, seeing a program truly scale and become self-sustaining, we'd love to hear from you. We need your help. We believe this is the possibility of seeing a government fully take on their own mental health and ultimately see a nation heal.